Now, Darren.
Perfect line, Ger. Extraordinary every day. It's going to be an extraordinary couple of days at Ballybrack because the Leinster Senior League side have made headlines all around the world. It's a storyline straight out of Dream Team. It has emerged that the Dublin club lied about the death of one of their players to get a match postponed last week. Fernando Nuno Lafuente reportedly died after falling off his bike last Thursday on the way home from training.
In Dublin?
In Dublin.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so he passed away in Dublin.
I thought it was a car accident.
Well, it was a bike accident. It was a traffic accident.
Okay.
Described as a bike accident by the secretary of the Leinster Senior League in one of the papers today, the Star, I believe. But now in a statement released by the Leinster Senior League...
Actually, did he even fall off his bike? Was there even like a, a broken arm, broken leg?
This is all completely made up. There's absolutely no...
Does he exist? He does exist.
He is a real person.
I see,
one of the papers tracked him down.
I see photographs in the papers, but that doesn't mean he's real, right?
No, but they talked to him. He lives in Galway.
Okay.
Yeah, and he says, I have to ring my wife to tell her I'm not dead.
The worst thing is there's very little the Leinster Senior League can do, apparently, because, I mean, aside from saying that they brought the game into disrepute, it's hard to say what rule they've broken, and they haven't defamed the man because it's not defamatory to die. So it's a very, very strange situation. In a statement released, they say he's in good health. He has accepted the club's apology, first and foremost. They issued a statement last night. The club called it a gross error of judgment of one individual who has since been relieved of all duties at the club.
Oh, so basically they're blaming one individual. Yeah, because I was wondering about that, like, because I was trying to imagine the conversation, how you would plan this, like, with a couple of people. So it was one guy that just made this call.
It's a apparent solo run.
Right.
Was there a minute silence?
There was a minute silence.
Yeah. Black
armbands. A number of clubs. We had the tweets up on the screen. Yeah, he was always scheduled apparently to...
No, but he lives in Galway. He lives in Ireland, though. His wife lives in Spain, so the mail tracked him down in Galway, and he says, I have to ring my wife to tell her I'm not dead. And he seems quite annoyed.
But hang on, so he plays for Ballybrack, right?
Ballybrack.
Ballybrack. Plays for Ballybrack, right? And plays a bunch of games for them. And then moves to Galway?
Yeah.
So they
my suspicion is they think he went back, or the guy who issued this thought he'd gone back to Spain. And he didn't know he was in Galway. Yeah.
And did they need him back? Obviously, he wasn't going to come back. Why did they need the game postponed?
It's unclear why they needed the game postponed. I think
the clubs are always looking for games postponed. Like, they might have a player injured, a key player, and they're always looking for stupid reasons.
There might be a lad at a wedding or a stag, and they're not suitable excuses to get games called off. So a death will never be questioned, or so they thought.
One of our teammates is dead, lads.
Yeah, but it was questioned. It is an absolutely bizarre scenario. David Moran is the chairman of the Leinster Senior Football League. He was on News Talk Breakfast this morning talking about the situation. He's unsure of how Ballybrack will be punished because it's hard to see what rule they've broken.
We contacted various agencies and we were told there was no road traffic accidents. They just unravelled very quickly after that. It's very extreme. I have to say, Ballybrack have issued a statement last night saying that the individual concerned has been stood down from the club. We're going to meet them tomorrow night. We'll go through it with them. I don't think there's a law in the book, in the FEI rule book, to cover something like this, apart from maybe bringing the game into disrepute. I'd say our focus has changed now. The player is okay. Obviously, we know what's happened, and our concerns are now with the individual and the ridicule he's going to be getting. The whole was started and it just got bigger and bigger, and people thought, hang on, it'll go away. Maybe they thought it'll go away, and then it just went crazy yesterday. Surely
after Stephen Ireland's two fake dead grannies, the FEI would have put a motion to their AGM to deal with fake deaths. Clear oversight on their part, isn't it?
The idea that he just thought it would go away. I mean, the thought process that this is just one individual who decided, lads, look, leave it to me, I'll get the game called off. I don't want to tell any of what I'm doing for plausible deniability. I'll get it called off.
Is it slightly ingenious? Is there a little bit of like, good man, you got that game off? I mean, I would say that there are a bunch of Junior B managers around the country going, a death, you say? Fake death.
You'd also...
get a game off for a death? Oh, I'm just going to put that one in my back pocket.
Yeah, but they were found out. You wonder how people tried this stunt before and got away with it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they have.
I would say there was more than a few tip-offs, but apparently the suspicions were raised when the Leinster Senior League wanted to send a representative to the funeral. So contacted the club seeking funeral arrangements, only to be told, no, his body was flown back to Spain on Saturday. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was another ingenious bit. It's like, not
really.
Obviously, they had their suspicions. Somebody somewhere was like, just going to look this up.
see players and WhatsApps nowadays. If someone sends a sorry to hear about your
can't
teammate.
believe,
Lads, you'll never guess what.
He's in go
But
away.
wasn't that the case with Stephen Ireland as well? Because he said it was one granny, and I think somebody rang up the granny and spoke to her, and then he said, no, it was the other granny, and I think then people rang the other granny. So things get complicated when you make up deaths.
Oh, what a tangled web.
It's still a wonderful story. When I saw it yesterday, I couldn't quite believe how excited I was by it.
Yeah.
Because it just has everything that a bizarre sports story needs. A ridiculous lie, an embarrassing climb down, and the wonderful phrasing in the statement from Ballybrack yesterday was, we've made a grave error of judgment. Which was just, if they did it on purpose,
I think they did.
tip of the cap. But if they didn't, it's still glorious.
Here, we may as well get hung for sheep as a lamb, I believe is the phrase. Are we done?
That's everything.
All right. That's
How do you
pretty
follow
much
that one?
Yeah, you can't. So we're just going to wrap.